The World Health Organization has said that health is just not a mere absence of disease or infirmity. It is a complete state of physical, mental and social well-being, right? So the three integral components for the maintenance of this health are diet, exercise and sleep. Yes, we focus a lot on what sort of diet we should be eating, how to lose weight, how to have a good way, an optimal weight and all that. And also we focus on exercise. But what is most neglected nowadays and which is causing a lot of health problems in the society is sleep deprivation or poor quality of sleep, causing to a lot of sleep problems and then affecting the overall long-term health. It can even reduce the lifespan of an individual. A person who has got a very loud snoring, whose quality of sleep is affected because of this snoring. That means the airway, the breathing tube is getting narrowed during sleep because of certain various factors, the most important being deposition of fat in the upper airway and in the body and in the upper part of the airway. So this causes narrowing of the airway. Sometimes the airflow completely stops for certain seconds. Now when a person stops breathing in the daytime and the heart stops, now we say that the activity of the brain dies after 4 seconds and then we call it a brain dead person. Now you can imagine if this airflow is significantly narrowed during sleep and your oxygen level is dipping down, how dangerous it can be. These can lead to sudden cardiac deaths. There was another patient who came to the hospital. He had a road traffic accident. He was severely injured. He was in the hospital for about a month. However, initially none of us seriously tried to look into why the hospital accident happened. He just said that he hit the divider while going at high speed. So, but when we went into the detailed history, this guy was obese and he dozed off for a second, and that's how this accident happened. So this is another important aspect of obstructive sleep apnea. This is what we call a microsleep that happens in the daytime because of a lack of good sleep in the night. These patients try to catch on sleep when they are doing monotonous tasks, particularly driving. So after alcohol, driving is an important, sleep apnea is an important cause of road traffic accidents. Now imagine if a driver of a bus or a train or a pilot is having this problem and he dozed off for a few seconds. Now we can imagine what can happen to the rest of the passengers. This collateral damage is very, very dangerous. Then there was another patient who was an IT professional who was doing well in his profession, and he started gaining weight. And he came along with his wife worried, saying that of late he's unable to concentrate on his work. He doesn't have the drive, right? He was very motivated before. He was able to complete targets on time. Right now at that time he felt like postponing things. He didn't have the drive. He was not able to meet the targets. He was missing promotions, and he also complained of forgetfulness, irritability and more weight gain. And so both of them were worried and came to me. So this is also another important component in which sleep apnea can affect the lifestyle. Now if the patient is having reduced motility, reduced creativity, particularly the cognitive skills, that means this patient's creativity, the memory skills, the consolidation of the memory and all these things get affected in sleep apnea. These things are getting affected when you use the machine. There is undisturbed good quality sleep in the night time, so the patients tend to wake up fresh. They feel more energetic. They again look forward to facing the day, and all their cognitive skills, their memory, their creativity, everything improves. Patients who have severe sleep apnea, who badly need the machine, they also resist the machine. But then what happens, because this is very dangerous to the health, the body decompensates, they tend to get admitted. Once a severe sleep apnea patient gets admitted, and then how about 1 week or 5 days or whatever is the stay in the ICU, and then they spend lakhs on this, on the hospitalization. That is when they realize that spending few thousands on the CPAP machine is any day better than going to the hospital and spending lakhs. Using the machine early is like a long-term investment, and you can avoid the cost of hospitalizations, frequent hospitalizations, and then Of course, we know that whatever amount of money we spend, we do not get the same response always. Depends upon the severity of the disease. So sometimes even spending a lot of money might be too late.
Innovation and you. Philips.